Hello everyone, myself Ami Mehta and here we discuss structure and function. So how this both together are worked, that is we discuss. So we know that the main philosophy of C language is the use of function, and therefore it is natural that C supports the passing of structure values as arguments to function. So there are three methods by which the values of a structure can be transferred from one function to another. So it is but obvious that C supports the passing of structure value as argument to function, because C basically combination of various functions. This is that type of language. So basically there are three methods using which the values of structure can be transferred from one function to another function. So let us discuss it one by one. So the first method is to pass each member of the structure as an actual argument of the function call. Now in the previous topics of C, there is what is function, what is a call by value, call by reference, how to pass actual argument. Okay, so from that point of view, the first method is to pass each member of the structure as an actual argument of the function call. Now the actual arguments are then treated independently like ordinary variable. So this is the most elementary method and becomes unmanageable and inefficient when the structure size is large, because it is difficult to send all these structure members as an argument to the function and then it is handle it in the another function. Okay, so this is unmanageable and also inefficient. Now the second method involves passing of a copy of the entire structure to the called function. So in this method, what are actually doing? We are passing a copy, not actual argument. We are passing a copy of the entire structure to the called function. Okay. So since the function is working on a copy of the structure, any changes to structure member within the function are not reflected in the original structure in the calling function. So the first scenario, it is nothing but the same like a call by reference, that we are passing actual argument, and this is the call by value, in that we are passing copy of it, not the actual argument. So the function is working on the copy of the structure, so it does not affect the original structure. So all compilers may not support this method of passing the entire structure as a parameter. Okay. Now the third approach employs a concept called pointers to pass the structure as an argument. In this case, the address location of the structure is passed to the called function, and the function can access indirectly the entire structure and work on it. So this is the concept of passing the pointers. Okay, and using that address, that function can use the structure. So this is similar to the way arrays are passed to function. So this method is more efficient as compared to the second one. And the general format of sending a copy of a structure to the called function is function name and the structure variable name. Okay. Now the following points are important to note. The called function must be declared for its type appropriate to the data type it is expected to return. So it is the common rule of function declaration. For example, if it is returning a copy of the entire structure, then it must be declared as struct with an appropriate tag name. Okay, if this is returning entire structure. Okay, The second rule is the structure variable used as the actual argument and the corresponding formal argument in the call function must be of the same struct type. So the argument type must be same in actual and in formal argument. In both these argument, it is must be of same struct type. The third one is the return statement is necessarily only when the function is returning some data back to the calling function. Okay, so it is not necessary in all the function, but if it is returning something, then the return statement is necessary. The expression may be any simple variable or structure variable or an expression. Now, fourth one is when a function returns a structure, it must be assigned to a structure of identical type using simple variables calling function. Now, if function returning something like structure, so that a value, that structure is stored in the simple variable, okay, that is calling function. So it is must be assigned to a structure of identical type using simple variables calling function. The called function must be declared in the calling function appropriately. So this calling function and called function, this is the basically concept of function. So the from which actually function is calling, that is called calling function, and which function is calling, that is called function. So we discuss about it when we show the example for it. Okay, so this is the 5 rules of we can say that this is the important points that we have to consider while using structure and function. Okay, so it is very useful when we have to pass the whole structure to the another function. Okay, thank you.